Stage 3 of the Tour of Guangxi, and we're in Nanning for the circuit race. 125.4 kilometers in total for the riders. They've got a loop of 31.9 kilometers that has to be worked through on a total of 4 occasions. It includes a remarkable 9-kilometer straight to complete the lap, the long straight drag race to the finish.
The pressure is gone now with the victory yesterday, and we try to win some more stages here. And for sure today is a sprint stage, and it will be a hectic one too, because it's I think a 6K long straight before the finish, and we will see what happens in the finish. Yeah, for sure now we have to work too in the peloton to get a breakaway back, and then we have to see how is the situation in the race, and then we have to decide in the race how we do it.
Yeah, I know this stage. I did the race last year, so it's sure it's a sprint. So it's for Fabio. I think the tactic will be to wait and for a sprint to have a good lead out for him. So we will see, but for sure Fabio can do something really nice. Yes.
So pressure on Team Quick-Step as they chase that elusive 72nd victory of the season. That would be a record for them. But Dylan Groenewegen wants to try and stop them. Still the race leader. The second day in a row, he's in red. Stage 1 winner and Stage 2 winner, wearing the blue jersey, looking after it on behalf of Groenewegen. That's Pascal Ackermann, who's also in fine form. A great selection of sprint stars have made the long trip to China for this second edition of the Tour of Guangxi, and it's 122 riders representing 18 teams that race into battle in Nanning. And right from the get-go, from the first moment that the racers are let free, well, the attack's coming hot and heavy. Manuele Boaro of the Bahrain Team Merida squad, well, he wants to try and get up the road, but look at the pace and the intensity of this peloton in the early stages as they try to control things. But it is a select group of 5 that establishes itself up front, with Jascha Sutherland on the front for Team Movistar, and at the back of the peloton, David Lopez, the veteran rider for Team Sky, wants to get a little bit of service. It's a short day in the saddle, relatively speaking, for the riders, but it's going to be a very intense one, and the pace is certainly intense. And no surprise really, Team Lotto NL Jumbo taking up position on the front of the peloton. They've got the overall race leader, Dylan Groenewegen, in fine sprint form. Up front, Nathan van Hooijdonk, the BMC, relative newcomer to this level of racing, but he's from a very established and well-known classics family in Belgium. Another young man on the way up is Fabio Jakobsen, wearing the white jersey of Best Young Rider, looking after that for Dylan Groenewegen, and he's looking very relaxed, isn't he? The Quick-Step Floors squad, well, they're placing their faith in their neophyte sprinter, Bora Hansgrohe, along with Team Lotto NL Jumbo, doing much of the pace setting on the front of the peloton, and they're not giving the leaders out front too much rope. A 2-minute advantage is established early on. Sutherland going for the first sprint of the day, 2 intermediate sprints along the way, offering bonus seconds of 3, 2 and 1 for the first 3 across the line, and that's pretty hotly contested, isn't it? And Jascha Sutherland, the German rider with the Movistar squad, just about manages to edge the Welshman Owain Doull on that occasion. Nathan van Hooijdonk getting up for third and the single bonus second. Boaro watching with interest behind, but it's Sutherland just pinches that one. And following that successful sprint, well, he decided that was enough of that, and he dropped back into the clutches of the peloton, dropped back into the peloton led by the Sunweb squad. Bora Hansgrohe on the front as well, Lotto NL Jumbo. Meanwhile, Boaro gets his instructions and a little bit of extra sustenance from the team car as this breakaway group tries to manage its advantage. Maximum lead of 2 minutes and 15 seconds, and that's been hovering around the 2-minute mark for much of the afternoon. Quick-Step squad, well, getting organised early on in the final. Meanwhile, Harm van Hoek needs a little bit of running repairs. The Lotto Soudal rider just getting some attention to his rear mech, and the weather has changed, and Fabio Jakobsen's white jersey is going a little bit translucent now, isn't he, as he gets on the blower to keep in touch with the Quick-Step team car. And it is hectic in the peloton as they set a pretty intense pace to try and control that breakaway trio still out front, still hanging on to their advantage. Down inside the final lap now as we come to the second sprint of the day, and it's Nathan van Hooijdonk that's going to lead it out. Owain Doull goes for the 3 bonus seconds, and Boaro is going to try and challenge him on the outside, but it's the white colours of Team Sky that prevail on this occasion. Solid effort from Owain Doull as he takes the second sprint of the day. Let's get a look at that again. It certainly was hotly contested, as all the intermediate sprints have been this week, and in marked contrast indeed to so many other stage races where the early breakaway group often just rolls through the intermediate sprint points or carves it up between them. These ones have been contested this week. The bonus seconds can be so important at the end of a short stage race as we head into the mountains tomorrow. Team Lotto NL Jumbo, the yellow colours on the front of the peloton, trying to keep Dylan Groenewegen safe in his red jersey with what's pretty treacherous and challenging conditions for so many of the riders as we come into the closing stages on this final lap. Jakobsen deep in conversation with his lead out squad and trying to get them organised and manage the situation on these difficult wet roads. It's a long wide run to the finish, 9 kilometres of a straight drag race all the way into the concluding stages of stage 3, and it's Jakobsen on the outside in the white who's going to get it. Fabio Jakobsen delivers for the Quick-Step Floors squad. Max Velon coming up in the white of Team Sunweb. It's celebrations all round for the Quick-Step Floors squad as he accepts the congratulations of the vanquished German riders Pascal Ackermann and Max Velon, missing out on this occasion.
Yeah, we broke the record from Mapai, which is 72 victories on the road, and everybody was winning the whole year from the beginning till the end, and yeah, we are very happy, and yeah, it was an amazing season, I think.
Yeah, amazing season, no doubt about it. 22 years of age. We're going to be hearing a lot more about this man. Of that there can be no doubt. His 7th victory of his rookie season, and Ackermann himself an emerging talent. Velon too, from the German sprint school. Well, those two not able to get there. Dylan Groenewegen outside the top 3, no bonus seconds for him. That's going to be critical because Fabio Jakobsen's going to take over the overall race lead. Nice bonus for him, but it's all about that 72nd win of the season. It's a record for this team. It's been around for quite a while. It's their personal record, and indeed there are few teams that have ever scored more than 72 wins in a season. They have been the predominant force in World Tour racing and indeed in all UCI road racing throughout the 2018 season, and in Fabio Jakobsen they have an emerging sprint talent who really can match the ability of so many of their other riders. It really has been an exceptional year for Jakobsen and indeed all at the Quick-Step squad. Jakobsen celebrates on the podium, smiles all round for the 22-year-old Dutchman. Sylvain Dillier leads the King of the Mountains. No points to add for him today. He's got 3 big climbs tomorrow to try and defend that title. It's going to be GC day for him as well. Time to celebrate for Jakobsen. He now leads in points and indeed young rider, and of course leads overall. Time to spray the champagne as they prepare for the big battle up to the summit finish at Nung La tomorrow afternoon.